Ladies and gentlemen, immediately following the coin toss, once your captains reach their respective sides, we will have our national anthem. Once again, immediately following the coin toss, once your captains reach their respective sides, we will have our national anthem.
Copy and paste. I'll send you a link.
Well, I already copied and pasted.
Off of YouTube, this particular?
Yeah, on YS Live.
Right. Now?
Jim 62.
Okay, but this is they have, it's probably a new link.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
You just got it.
I'm online. You can post it. I sent you the app.
Your mic is up. Yeah, we should be up.
And this game is between the visiting Reed Raiders and the Parkland Raiders.
Guys, welcome back, and it is the Cali Bowl 2021 Championship game number 2. This is for the 12U Championship. Parkland Raiders in black and red.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I get you to please rise, take off your hats, helmets, and visors in preparation of our national anthem.
And the Reed Raiders in the blue and white. We are going to now run the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, guys, here we go. 12U Championship. Blue, white, and gold for the Reed Raiders, black and red for the Parkland Raiders, and this is going to be an amazing game. Parkland Raiders have never lost at the Cali Bowl, by the way, so this should be interesting as we just saw the Reed Raiders in the 10U division pick up those rings and take them back to Reno. Can the 12U knock off the Parkland Raiders here today in our 12U Championship? We are about to find out.
The Bowl staff would like me to welcome you to Yuba City High School today, where we have once again another championship game. As I said before, it's the visiting Reed Raiders from Nevada against the Parkland Raiders from Washington. Cali Bowl would like to remind you, no one is allowed onto the sidelines or the field unless you are registered through the California Bowl. All coaches and staff must have your Cali Bowl lanyards visible at all times.
So here we go. The Parkland Raiders are kicking off to the Reed Raiders. The championship is on. Look at that football. Looks like it's glistening gold in the sun, too, and this is the championship game. Kickoff by number 15, picked up and brought down around the 39-yard line for the Reed Raiders.
Kickoff by Demetrius.
So Demetrius kicks it off. Ezekiel Smith picks it up.
Smith brings it to the 39-yard line where it was brought down immediately by the Parkland Raiders.
So this game will get underway from the 39-yard line of the Reed Raiders.
At the 39-yard line.
1st and 10. They will be the first ones with the ball. The first ones with the chance to strike first. And the Parkland Raiders, look at that defensive line. looks like the Chargers line. Look at the size of those guys. Here we go, 12U, and these kids are big. Shotgun formation, they're gonna blitz. It's a toss back. Coming up the middle of 2 players out on the outside. And that was number 26.
Amir McGruder on the carry, brought down by Langston. That is a 3-yard gain on the play for Reed, bringing up 2nd down and 7.
So 2nd and 7 for the Reed Raiders early on in this championship game. We saw the Reed Raiders in the 10U division take home the title. This is 12U. Honkers Field, Yuba City High School, Yuba City, California, A2K Sports. It is the 2021 Cali Bowl. Jim Cooley, the voice of champions. My broadcast partner, the Highlands announcer, Rich Andrade, the pass outside to number 34, and he is looking for room and instead goes in the wrong direction down at the 35-yard line.
Pass is complete to Cooper Kinney.
So Kinney goes down at the 35 after losing quite a few. About 4-yard loss there on that play.
Brought down in the backfield by the Parkland defense. That'll bring up 3rd down and 14 for Reed.
So 3rd and long now for the Reed Raiders, who are starting going in the wrong direction. They started this drive at the 39. They are now at the 35, and it is 3rd down. And the defensive line of Parkland is just massive. And they're going to get inside quick, and he is in big trouble giving chase. He's going to get sacked deep behind the line of scrimmage. About a 7 or 8 yard loss there.
Amir McGruder brought down in the backfield. That is a huge loss on the play. That defensive line of Parkland is just too much.
And we are now in the 12U division, so there will be no automatic punts. There will be no automatic punts. They will punt at this level, although it looks like they might be going for it, unless that's the punter hitting the field there. And it looks like they're going to run a play here. Nope. He's going to punt it. And they are going to bring everybody. Now they're going to send someone back to actually retrieve the punt, which they did not do originally. And the ball is loose on the ground. And it's going to get up to around the 46-yard line and then touched by the Reed Raiders.
Down by the Reed Raiders at the 46-yard line. And then later, the Parkland Raiders will have 1st down and 10.
And some confusion there by Parkland. They were going to bring the entire house and forgot to send a kick returner back. So they did that at the last second. And it was downed actually at the 46-yard line by the Reed Raiders. And Parkland takes over at the 46 of Reed. 1st and 10. Let's see what they can do on offense. Their defense has looked great thus far. And these guys look like professional football players when they get down in that 3-point stance. This play is going to go nowhere as it is blown up at the line of scrimmage. So Parkland's first play, nothing of note.
The ball was handed off to number 92 of Parkland. No gain on the play.
I do not. Sure it wasn't 72? I do not even have an empty player. So we're not sure who number 92 is, guys. Myself and my broadcast partner, Rich Andrade, will try to figure that out as the game moves forward. But right now it's 2nd and 10. He's going to jump, and they're going to get him. So that's going to give 5 easy ones to the Parkland Raiders as they will move forward, and that'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Bring up 2nd down and 5 for Parkland.
So here we go. Parkland gets a gift as the Reed Raiders jump. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Parkland. Raiders versus Raiders, a little Raider on Raider crime. Black and red Parkland, they have the ball, and he's going to get enough for a 1st and then some before being brought down just inside the 35.
King on the carry for Parkland, brought down by Jaden Carmelo. That is a 1st down and 10 for Parkland.
So the sticks move.
34-yard line.
Sticks move, ball's at the 34-yard line. Parkland going in the right direction after stopping the Reed Raiders on their first series. And Parkland now in good field position to make something happen with a fresh set of downs early on in this football game. 5 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Championship on the line. Shotgun, immediate handoff, straight up the middle. He finds a hole, breaks the tackle, breaks another all the way down to almost the 15. What a run.
Go on the carry up the middle for Parkland.
So Emil Go-Go, number 8.
Credit on the tackle. That brings up first down and 10 for Parkland.
So
17-yard line.
we saw this team yesterday, and they were telling Rich and myself about Go-Go. Unfortunately, he didn't get a lot going yesterday, but right there he breaks up the middle for a quick run, and man, does he have wheels. First down and 10. And it looks like it's Go-Go again. No, number 6 has the football. That is Akufo. And he's going to take it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Parkland Raiders. 6-0 as they strike first. And that was Malcolm Akufo.
Malcolm Akufo on the carry up the middle to the left-hand side, getting the touchdown for Parkland Raiders.
So the Reed Raiders, again, one of the favorites in this tournament. However, let us not forget the narrative of this football game. The Parkland Raiders have never lost at the Cali Bowl, and they are looking to continue that trend into 2021 as they kneel down over the ball, getting ready for the extra point attempt. And it's a handoff. And he's going to get in. And that's going to be the first extra point we've seen good today.
King is good.
First extra point punched in any game here today at the Cali Bowl. We've seen earlier, we saw a preliminary game with championship implications. Then we saw a championship game at the 10U level. This is the 12U championship game, and that is the first extra point we have seen succeed here today at Honker Field. So big shout out to the Parkland Raiders for that extra point, and they lead 7-0 with just under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter.
That extra point attempt is the first extra point attempt that was successful out of all the games today.
And the Raider fans respond to that announcement from the Highlands announcer that was the first extra point we've seen today succeed. So much like the game started, the Parkland Raiders are kicking off to the Reed Raiders. Squibs it to the right, falls on it. Sorry, to the left. My right. Number 7 falls on the ball.
Scout Marcanato on the return for the Reed Raiders. That'll bring up first down and 10 for Reed at their own 41-yard line.
So yesterday in the game, we saw a lot of Amari Samuel. We saw a lot of Go-Go. He didn't quite get his wheels going underneath him like he has in the past or like he's done already here today. There's the long snap. He's going to cut it outside, drug down quickly behind the line of scrimmage. And then he got a little jaw jack in there to him as well after he took him down.
Brought down by number 92 of the Parkland Raiders.
Asai Ali. So Andrew Asai Ali on the tackle. Yeah, Andrew Asai Ali. Andrew Asai Ali on the tackle for the loss. That's going to bring up second and about 13. So the Raiders continue to go in the wrong direction. The Reed Raiders, continue to go in the wrong direction when they have possession of the football. Parkland now showing blitz. And here they come, and he's inside quickly, and he is giving chase. And he's going to get around, but he's going to get stuck. Oh, what a hit! And he goes down hard. That is one of the biggest hits I have ever seen in the Cali Bowl. And man, did he get laid out. And the referees are talking about it a little bit, but that was a perfectly legal hit. The referees were kind of having a little chat about it, and that's going to be a referee's timeout. They're going to check on him, and that is probably the hardest hit I've ever seen in the Cali Bowl. And he's up on his feet, and that just shows you the toughness. And that shows you the mental toughness of Cruz as he just got lamb-basted by a guy twice his size, but he's up on his feet and walking around the sideline. Probably got the wind knocked out of him there. But the trend continues for the Reed Raiders, going in the wrong direction, 3rd and about 21. After that big hit. Reed Raiders, a tremendous football club, and they are gonna look to bounce back in this game as they always do here at the Cali Bowl. Pitch. I don't like throwing a pitch when you're already so far back behind the line of scrimmage. And that's gonna bring up 4th in the universe. Flag. Flag after the play, personal foul. So Parkland getting a little too hyped up. Gotta have a personal foul there.
That is a personal foul against Parkland.
And it's a big one. That's
to the 43-yard line. That brings up 4th down.
No, that should be an automatic first down.
Timeout taken by the Parkland Raiders.
And I'm pretty sure that's an automatic first down.
The Yuba City Honker snack bar is open and readily available for all your hunger and thirst needs. Yuba City snack bar can be found on the home side of the field. As you walk towards the scoreboard, you will see the Kona Ice truck. The snack bar is right behind that. They assure you that
so the refs are going to talk about it.
As long as you have the money to pay for it. So they have $1 hot dogs while supplies last. Head on over to the Yuba City Honker snack bar today.
So the referees talk it over and they change it back to a 4th down, as Rich Andrade said. So it'll bring up 4th and about 8 after the big personal foul penalty at the end of the play. Because it was at the end of the play, it's not an automatic first down. That was the confusion. I didn't see it. But I'll tell you what, any personal foul from one of those linemen has got to hurt. Some big boys out there. So 4th and 8. The Reed Raiders now going in the right direction after the penalty. And now they need to make something happen on the offensive side of the football. They've got to not let this momentum stay so strongly on the side of the Parkland Raiders, who have never lost at the Cali Bowl. There's a pass. Caught, first down, and that's exactly what they needed. Another big hit, but not before he gets enough to move the chains.
Pass is complete to Jaden Carmelo. I believe that was Parker on the tackle.
I don't know why they're pointing that way. That was definitely a first down. Should that have been ruled a catch, the chains will move. That was a first down. So we have an injured player on the side of the Reed Raiders. Everyone will kneel, as is the good sportsmanship here at the Cali Bowl and in youth football all around the world.
Deal is injured on the play. That was a first down by the Reed Raiders, who lost 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So Parkland was trying to say he didn't catch it. He clearly caught the ball. The ball popped out when he hit the turf, but he was already down. So that'll be a 1st and 10, fresh set of downs for the Reed Raiders, who very, very, very badly needed that to happen. And that was a great pass up the middle. Unfortunately, we have an injury early on. This is A2K Sports, guys. My name is Jim Cooley, the voice of champions, bringing you all the championship action here today from Yuba City High School. It is the 2021 Cali Bowl. He's on his feet. He is walking off the field, and hopefully things are going to be good as he gets over there and gets checked out by the EMT. Score stands at 7-0 Parkland Raiders. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. But the Reed Raiders now moving in the right direction, cross the 50-yard line at the 49 of Parkland after a nice pass across the middle that was just enough to move the chains. Parkland Raider fans getting antsy. You see the go-go jerseys in the stands. The chance of defense coming out of the Parkland side. Shotgun, here we go. And they're getting in quick again, the Parkland Raiders. But that block was beautiful and gives him a chance to break free. Unfortunately, he's going to lose about a yard, but what an amazing block, and he followed his blocker well. Cruz was heads up right there and following his blockers to the outside. Unfortunately, this
Elias on the tackle. That is a 1-yard loss on the play. Second down and 11 for the Reed Raiders.
Unfortunately, this Parkland Raiders defense is literally just crushing the offensive line of the Reed Raiders, and they are getting through so quickly that the quarterback has almost no time to make a decision. And even when they hand it off, the chase is on so quickly. They've got to find a way to stop that penetration from the defensive line. They're getting in there too quickly. They're hurrying up the quarterback, knockdowns and everything. So the Reed Raiders are going to have to make an adjustment here and stop these defenders from, look how quickly they're getting in there. That is going to be a rough outing today for the Reed Raiders if they can't stop that penetration.
Ball carrier brought down in the backfield by the AstroTurf.
Sounds like we got 64 people on the stream, guys. Thanks for joining us. Jim Cooley, the voice of champions. Unfortunately, we have another injury on the field. We're getting ready to get you back to the game. But thanks for joining us, guys. 64 people on the stream. We appreciate it. Cali Bowl Championship Day. Stick around. We got a lot of action coming your way. High snap. Goes a little errant. He's going to go down in the backfield way deep, about the 38-yard line. And again, the Reed Raiders cannot stop these linebackers from getting in and just crushing the running backs and the quarterback.
Malcolm on the tackle. That brings up fourth down for the Reed Raiders at their own 39-yard line.
Still
28 seconds remain. Parkland Raiders are up by 7. There's the punt. Bad bounce for the Reed Raiders. They'll down it at the 44-yard line.
Only goes to the 44-yard line, where it's down by Owen Johnson. That'll bring up first down and 10 for Parkland.
So the story of the game so far, guys, aside from the big play that resulted in a touchdown, has been the defensive line's ability and the linebackers' ability to penetrate the offensive line of the Reed Raiders and get inside so quickly that they're not really having a chance to let any plays form and anything to really happen. So the Reed Raiders have got to make that adjustment with 17 seconds here to go, 11 seconds here to go in the first quarter. High snap there that goes errant. Go has the football. He's brought down inside the 40.
Go on the carry up the middle.
So,
He's brought down by Jaden Carmelo, and that will bring us to an end of the first quarter.
So the first quarter is over. The score is 7-0. Parkland over Reed. And look for Emil Gogo in this game, guys, to make a big statement. As I said, he didn't quite get in on the offense as he wanted to yesterday. So today in this championship game, he's going to try to make a statement here at Yuba City High School. And we have a lot more championship games coming your way later on. The Hammerheads are in the house. A lot more games to be played. The 8U championship is still coming, guys, so stick around for that. We are at the end of the first quarter in Yuba City, California, and more football coming your way. So here we go. Quarter number 2 about to be underway. Parkland leads 7-0 over Reed in this championship 12U game. Rings on the line, Cali Bowl. And there's the snap, and it's Emil Gogo up the middle. Looks like enough to move the chains.
Gogo on the carry up the middle, brought down by Anthony Benavidez. That'll bring up first down and 10 for Parkland at the 33-yard line.
We saw a lot of number 15 Demetrius Williams yesterday out here at Yuba City High School. We saw Amari Samuel, Levi Sione. It's been great watching these kids play from Parkland because they're just an amazing football team. As we said, they've never lost here, and they're looking to keep that trend going as they threaten again here in the second quarter while they lead by 7. That is a great reach back and catch. That looked like that pass was going to be bad, and it was, but the receiver cleaned it up, grabbed it with one hand, turned around, got around the outside and all the way up to the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 12. So what a run. You had a bad pass behind the receiver, but a heads-up play to reach back, grab that with one hand, and while he did that, he kept his wheels moving so that once he caught it, he could still turn that corner and get past that defender that was giving him chase.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are unaware, you can go to the California Bowl Facebook page and share the stream, the live stream of today's game to your friends and family. Your even neighbors next door, you can share it to them as well for a
fresh set of downs for Parkland as they threaten the red zone. There's the snap, handoff up the middle, number 6. And that is Malcolm Akufo.
Malcolm on the carry, brought down by Elijah McKay.
So McKay stops Akufo after a little gain. So about a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. They can still get a first down here, but they are looking for that end zone. That first down is right around the 2-yard hash mark. So let's see what Parkland does. 2nd down and about 7. 6 on the carry, up the middle, it's Akufo. Touchdown, Malcolm Akufo. And the Parkland Raiders are on the board again. It is now 13-0. So Akufo gets the handoff rather than Emil Gogo, and Akufo finds the end zone fairly quickly, and that is 13-0 for the Parkland Raiders, the favorites heading into the Cali Bowl this year. And we know that the Parkland Raiders are going to score touchdowns. We know they're going to put points on the board. The key is going to be for the Reed Raiders to be able to do the same on offense, and to do that, they've got to figure out how to stop these linebackers from the Parkland Raiders, and Gogo's going to take it in again. So they go to their stud, Emil Gogo, and he finds another extra point for them, 2nd one today. 14-0, just under 8 minutes to play in the half. The Reed Raiders have got to stop the defense. Sounds crazy, but they have got to stop the defense from penetrating their O-line, because they've got to give their quarterback some time to make some moves in the backfield. Whether it's passing or handing off, these pitches that they want to do are great, and they can work as long as you can keep some of those linebackers out of your backfield. I'm going to take a seat because I am very old. Parkland Raiders getting ready to kick off again to the Reed Raiders. Raiders versus Raiders. We can have a pose down, Rich Andrade. You want to have a pose down? Recovered. He's going to shake and bake just a little bit, get himself up inside the 35, just under the 40.
Zy Cruz, the ball return.
So
Cruz appears to bring out to the 38-yard line, where the Reed Raiders will have first down and 10.
So here's where the adjustments need to be made that we talked about. Let's see what happens on this series. How many times the quarterback will get hurried. And I got to believe that these Parkland Raiders are going to start themselves with another blitz right here. And here comes the snap. Shotgun. The shotgun is going to be one of their best weapons because it's going to give him a chance to move the ball around. He's going to turn, and he's going to get brought down early.
Colin Cooper King on the carry, brought down by Andrew.
And he's going to lose a couple.
That brings up 2nd down and 11 for the Reed Raiders.
Off up the middle, it's going to go nowhere. Play blown up in the backfield for another loss.
Amir McGruder on the carry, brought down by the defense of Parkland.
Cannot emphasize enough that there are far too many black jerseys in that backfield when the play is
Losing
forming.
more yards on the play, pushing Reed back to their own 35-yard line. Third down.
Big change in personnel here for third down as they substitute 5 players. So huge change in personnel as they bring in the big guys for this third down play by the Reed Raiders. 6 minutes, 13 seconds left to play in the first half. Reed trails 14-0. And again, they send the house. And that time it was batted down, almost intercepted.
Pass falls incomplete.
Noah Dennis had his hand all over that football.
Noah was the one knocking it down for Parkland.
And the Reed Raiders will be forced to punt here on
Parkland's
4th and
on
long.
fourth down for Reed.
And you saw the personnel change on third down. They brought in all those big guys, and they immediately sent the house on that third down to really try to shut down that play from forming. And now it's going to force the Reed Raiders to punt again, trailing 14-0 with just over 5 minutes to play in the first half. More championship games coming your way, guys. A2K Sports. If you can make your way out to the stadium for some of these games, if you're in the area, you can come here. Rich Andrade, the ball is bobbled. He's going to fall on it, very smart. You can hear Rich Andrade, the Highlands announcer, as he gives you all the action inside the stadium. Make sure you like and subscribe to that YouTube channel, guys.
Because Noah Dennis was right there to bring him down.
Dennis has been all over on defense. He jumped up and batted that ball down on third down. So turnover on downs. Turnover on downs.
Taken by the Reed Raiders. Timeout's approved. Time to head on over to the Yuba City Honker snack bar, where they have $1 hot dogs until they run out. They assure me that there's plenty of food to go around as long as you have the money to pay for it. The Yuba City Honker snack bar can be found on the home side of the field. As you walk towards the scoreboard, you will find Kona Ice over there.
So as we have a timeout, guys, I want to send a shout out to the 73 people watching on the stream. We appreciate you guys tuning in.
Outside is a warm 70 degrees. Perfect temperature for that.
So
Kona
73 people watching, guys. We appreciate it. I hope all of you guys will like and subscribe to the channel. We've got more football coming your way throughout the day. This is our new team, guys, right here. So if you want to watch any and all Cali Bowl and A2K sports events, Red Dog MMA will be here as well. Stick into this channel, guys. Our producer runs this channel. He's doing a great job, and obviously the stream looks great. You guys are all joining us. We love having that many people watching. Jim Cooley, the voice of champions. Turnover on downs. Here comes Parkland leading 14-0 with 5 minutes, 8 seconds left to play in the first half. And here comes the shotgun. He's going to go deep, and he finds a man who catches it. That looks like number 32. And that is Elias Tulifua. Elias Tulifua with the touchdown. So the quarterback scanned the field, found his man. There was a defender in the area, but Tulifua is huge. Jumps up, grabs the ball, brings it down 10 more yards. 6 points on the board, 20-0. Parkland Raiders are a juggernaut and very hard to stop. Taking nothing away from the Reed Raiders, one of the best football teams in the tournament. Obviously, they're in the championship game, but man, these Parkland Raiders are hard to beat. Big, big kids on that side of the football. And they're going to look to punch in their third extra point of the day. And will it go to go-go again? He's in the backfield. You got to believe it will. And it does. Right up the middle. That's 3 attempts and 3 extra points for Emil Gogo. So 3 up, 3 down for Emil Gogo. Give him the ball. He'll run it in for the extra point, as he has shown 3 times here today. 21-0, 4 minutes, 55 seconds left to play. 71 degrees outside. Honker Field, Yuba City High School. And this is the Cali Bowl. The best in youth football. 13 years for the Cali Bowl? So it's 13 years. You get that, right? So if it's 13th annual, it's 13 years. Well, that's okay. COVID didn't happen this year. It happened last year. You can slow us down, but you can't stop us. Brent Chris Gray, A2K Sports, the Highlands announcer, the voice of champions. We're here every year at the Cali Bowl. Sometimes we have Wayne the Voice Matthews with us. Ball on the ground, looking like a fool with the ball on the ground. So here we go. Big shout out to my boy Wayne in Florida. He's out there doing it big. You guys can watch him on the Voice podcast. Maybe it's Maryland. He's out there somewhere on the water. Here we go, guys. We've seen this movie before. Parkland kicking off to the Reed Raiders. It is 21-0. Good bounce for Parkland, and he falls on it again. Just inside the 30, about the 31.
Returned by Zy Cruz. Cruz falls on it immediately at the 33-yard line.
So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the live stream myself, see what's going on here. I'd like to check it out myself. 75 people. Look at the chat. Look at all these guys in the chat. Let's go, Levi. Says little boy. McFlurry's in the house. Is that kid good? Yes, he is. Parkland came to play. Justin Dennis says they came to play. They certainly did. Number 61, Zion Lenny, says Fina 94. Fix the scoreboard, says Courtney Raposo. Hey, our scoreboard works just fine.
The ball was fumbled, but it is recovered by Jaden Carmelo.
Big shout out to all you guys in the live stream, from Jim Cooley, the voice of champions, and Rich Andrade. Oh, I see. They got to fix the digital scoreboard. It says 17-0. It's 21-0. We have the score right in the stadium, guys, I promise.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it should be 21-0. We're letting our producer know now. Thanks for that, Courtney Raposo, for letting us know that that was not correct. We will get that fixed momentarily, but it is right in the stadium, guys. And there's a big, long pass from the Reed Raiders, almost caught. Looks like he dropped it with that big hit. Man, that was a great play. They were going for it there. Yes, 21-0, Owen. Like I said, though, the score was right in the stadium. We just hadn't upped the graphics, so we apologize to that.
Third down for Reed at their own 25-yard line.
Fina 94 says, Zion, I love you. And Brother June telling us that Parkland 11U is just as good. We know, man, Parkland's never lost at the Cali Bowl. Super impressive football team, but right now it's the Reed Raiders with the ball, trying to make something happen on the offensive side of the ball, but it's really hard to stop this D-line. And now he's going to keep it himself, and that might have been the smartest thing. He's going to have to run out of bounds there, though. Does pick up quite a few back. That brings up a long fourth down again.
They're saying he is out at the 31-yard line. That is a 6-yard gain for Cruz.
So after picking up six, he's forced out at the 31. And there is a flag on the field. We're going to see what happens here. That was after the play had completed, so possibly a personal foul.
The penalty is against Parkland.
So that'll go against Parkland, and that's a big gift for the Reed Raiders.
Moving the ball to the 36-yard line. Remains a fourth down.
Renee Harbrecht says, go Amari Samuel.
Third down at the 36-yard line for the Reed Raiders.
So third down at the 36, the Reed Raiders going in the right direction thanks to that penalty and a nice big 6-yard pickup from their quarterback. But can they get past the point of that second flag and make something happen here? Big pass, almost picked off, batted down.
Pass falls incomplete. Intended for Amir McGruder. That will bring up fourth down for Reed.
I cannot emphasize how impressed I am with this Parkland defense. They are all over the field. I really like the way Noah Dennis is playing football, man. He is an animal, jumping in there, batting balls down, breaking up plays. We got a timeout now. So while we have a timeout, guys, big shout out to the 75 people watching on the stream. We appreciate all your comments, guys. Like and subscribe to the channel, and we're going to bring you all this football for the rest of Sunday, and we're going to see who takes home these rings. Right now, my money's on Parkland, 21-0 with 2 minutes, 12 seconds left to play in the first half. Reed Raiders have the football going in the right direction, but it is fourth down, just over the 36-yard line here. Owen's shouting out all the players. Number 2, Austin. Kirielmo, I think that's how you say that. If it's not, shoot me. I'll be all right. So the Reed Raiders, 4th down at the 36-yard line. 4th and about 7. Going for it, and he's going for the gold. He has an open man. Oh, it went through the hands of the defender, and I thought number 7 was going to pick it up. It looked like that ball was going to fall into the hands of number 7. Marcanato, number 22, had hands on it. Looks like that might be 23. Correction, Luke Parker almost had his hands on that football. So turnover on downs, fresh set of downs for Parkland. And man, this is bad starting field position for the Reed Raiders. You do not want this Washington team at the 36-yard line with a fresh set of downs going in the wrong direction. Shotgun, he's gonna go deep. He has an open man, it's the big man. He catches it, he's gonna carry that little dude all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Parkland Raiders. So Noah Dennis, who I was just mentioning on defense, now makes another big reception and scores a touchdown. I'm super impressed with the football of Noah Dennis and of this Parkland team. Oh, and by the way, I was told that I said that name perfectly. Thank you, Kay. Or I guess it's KK. How do you say your name now? C-A-Y? I appreciate that, though, for giving me that shout out for saying that name correctly. Noah Dennis, man, what a football player. Number 86 all over the field. So here comes the snap. Can they punch in 4? Are they going to be able to stop him this time? They do.
This time the extra point attempt is no good.
But the damage is done, 27-0. And we still have almost 2 minutes left to play in the first half. So there's still another half of football, and there is an assault going on at Yuba City High School right now, and the Parkland Raiders are committing it. The Reed Raiders are going to have to go in at halftime and make some adjustments. Dom Worthy says, shout out to my nephew, Emil Gogo, number 8. And Gogo is a beast, by the way. He's punched in 3 extra points today. He's been playing well all day. Big run earlier on as well.
So send the link, share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, share it to wherever you want to share it. Share it to your next door neighbor if you want to. But all games today are live streamed and play-by-play commentary by the voice of champions, Jim Cooley.
And we have a shout out for Jaden Caris, number 54. It's Kayla, but I put K for short, and K is abbreviated, from the same last name. I said it right the first time, so I'm not going to try to say it again. Thanks, Kayla, for that shout out. We thank all you guys for joining us, man. We've got about 80 people on the live stream as the Parkland Raiders are dominating right now in this championship game. 12U title on the line. Brent Chris Gray got all those beautiful championship rings lined up for the team that walks away with this championship. And right now, it looks like it's going to be Parkland, who has never lost at the Cali Bowl, and they are not looking to do so today. Reed Raiders have got to make some adjustments at halftime and see what they can do against this big D line and these linebackers of Parkland, because they are monsters. McFlurry, you are welcome, my friend. We like streaming the football games for you guys to see. Make sure everybody gets to see their favorite players and their favorite teams.
Penalty flag on the play.
Flag down.
Penalty is against Parkland as Andrew jumped on the other side of the ball.
I don't have
It is a 5-yard penalty.
I don't have the stats in front of me at all, but I have to believe that the Reed Raiders have gained more positive yardage from penalties than they have from their actual offense. And that's not an insult. That just happens to be how the game is unfolding here today at Yuba City High School. So let's see what the Reed Raiders can do now at 1st and 5. Shotgun, again under pressure, throws it away.
The pass from Cruz falls incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Shout out to number 6, Akufo, who we've seen in the end zone here today. Love you, miss you from Mom. So here we go. Almost brought down to the backfield, pitches it, intercepted. Headed to the end zone, and Parkland is going to find 6 more points. And the assault continues in the 12U championship game for the Parkland Raiders.
Pass was intercepted by Langston, who then took it back for a pick 6.
Langston go in.
Another 6 points on the scoreboard for the Parkland Raiders.
Who just did the interception? 26.
26.
Number 26, Langston, is the one on the interception.
They're saying 33 over here.
Oh, the score? It's 33 right now, 33-0. I thought you were asking who did the interception.
No.
All right, guys, we got so many numbers being put up. We've got scores being put up. We've got players getting into the end zone, so we're just trying to get this out for you guys here, talking to my producer, Jim Cooley, the voice of champions. In the box right now is Brent Chris Gray, giving me some of these shout-outs that I got to send out to you guys. It is the 2nd quarter right now, Brother June. There is 1 minute, 2 seconds left to play in this quarter. And he's going to keep it. Looking for an opening. He's going to pass it. Oh, unfortunately. But the damage is done. It is 33-0 with 1 minute, 2 seconds left to play in the first half. And the Parkland Raiders came up to show out here today. Reed Raiders, one of the best football teams in this tournament. Unfortunately, today is not their day. They ran into this buzzsaw from Washington.
We'd like to give a shout out from our line feed to Mau Akufo from his mother.
Yes, Fina, it is still the 2nd quarter, 1 minute, 2 seconds left. Yes, they have 33 points in the 2nd quarter. Shout out to the coaches, says Fred Tremaine, and you know what? We can do that too.
Also a shout out to Jaden Caris. And Don Worthy wants to give a shout out to his nephew, Emilio Gogo.
So real quick, guys, let's give a big shout out to the coaches of the Parkland Raiders: Marcus Fields, Daryl Dixon, Chris Parker, David Toriel, and Stephen Akufo, whose son has found the end zone here a couple times today. So
Speaking of Jaden Caris, he is the returner on the kickoff. That'll bring up 1st down and 10 for the Reed Raiders at their own 40-yard line.
Boss Money Capacity says Reed looks like 11U. No, you guys look like 16U. That's the difference. We know you guys are all of age. Don't yell at me. I'm just saying you guys build them big up there in Washington. G. Sean Swain says Brother June. Brother June trying to shout out the whole damn team. All right, here's a pitch. He finds an opening for a split second, but he's brought down at about the 34-yard line.
McGruder on the carry, brought down by Andrew.
So Reed Raiders going in the other direction. So Reed probably just wants to see this half come to an end. There's about 30 seconds left as the clock winds down. They need to get with their coaches on the sideline, make some adjustments. One of the big things they're going to have to do is figure out how to stop this defense. As this defense from Parkland, super, super hard to stop. Big kids, fast linebackers, really, really getting inside quickly. And they're going to let the clock wind down. They're probably not going to run a play here. We have about 10 seconds left. Well, looks like they're going to try to get one off. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Will they get it off? Looks like they're going to run one more. It's a pitch, and it's Caris. And he goes down.
The first half, Caris on the carry to the right-hand side, brought down, I believe, by Parker. And that will be halftime.
All right, guys. First thing I want to do is send a shout out to all the people watching on the live stream. We got 70, 80, 90 people on the live stream. You guys are all doing great. Giving the shout outs. Make sure you like and subscribe. Right now it's the end of the first half. 33-0 Parkland Raiders over the Reed Raiders. We've got more championship football coming your way in the second half, as well as all those championship games coming up later today. My name is Jim Cooley, the voice of champions. I appreciate you guys joining us. Great game going on right now. The Parkland Raiders are here to show out, representing for Washington here in California at the Cali Bowl 2021 A2K Sports. We'll be back with some more football in just a minute.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio
Hey. Mike is up.
All right, here we go, guys. We are back for the second half of football in this 12U championship game. My name is Jim Cooley, the voice of champions. Rich Andrade, the Highlands announcer, behind me, doing all the announcing in the stadium. It is 33-0 Parkland over Reed. It has been a tough outing today for the Reed Raiders. A great football team. I've seen this team a million times. They are super good football players, but this Parkland Raider team is just hard to stop.
Crazy on the YouTube channel.
By the way, Fina94, I saw your shout out to all the Samoans. Talofa. I know there's a lot of them out there today. So here we go, guys. Reed will be kicking off to Parkland, who lead 33-0. And the story of this game has been the defensive line and the linebackers of Parkland, as well as obviously the offense. They put up 33 points. And coming down quickly around the 43-yard line.
On the return for the Parkland Raiders. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a birthday in the house today. Brian Dennis turns 41. So happy birthday, Brian, from Uncle Justin and Roscoe.
So Parkland takes over at the 43-yard line, their own 43-yard line. First down and 10. Let's see what Parkland can do. Hey, thanks, Dom Worthy. I appreciate that, brother. Here we go. Parkland looking deep. He's got a man. Oh, he's just overthrown.
Pass is just out of reach for Amari.
Intended for number 12, Amari Samuel.
Second down.
Just slightly overthrown, or he was going to the house. No one in front of him. And that was looking scary there for a second. Amari Samuel had a step on the defender, and that ball was coming in hot, just a little overthrown as Parkland was looking to put another 6 on the board. Reed now is going to have to adjust their defense and try to stop these big plays, these big, huge yardage gains, and try to keep Parkland in check at least for a little bit until they can try to put some points of their own on the board. And it has been tough all day today.
Timeout taken on the field. Shout out to number 29 of the Reed Raiders, William Salas.
So timeout taken gives me a chance to tell you guys that there's going to be some more championship football coming your way here today. A lot more championship games to be played. We also have, I think, 1 or 2 more preliminary games that will lead us into those championship games. This year, we are giving away trophies. The coach is going to get a nice helmet, a Cali Bowl helmet, and of course, these kids are going to get those championship rings. Tried one on yesterday, man. They are heavy and beautiful, so that's going to be really good for these kids to pick up that Cali Bowl championship ring. I got one myself. Didn't even have to play a down of football. That's how it works when you're the voice of champions. Get to carry that ring home for free. Didn't get to get tackled by any of these giant kids from Parkland, Washington. Here comes the shotgun. Parkland, 2nd and 10. Handoff. It's go-go, and he is going, and he finds a hole, cuts back again. What a move by Go-Go. All the way up to the 30-yard line, and I saw him cut back. He did a 360 and went around the defender.
Huge run, getting the first down and so much more. Bringing him all the way down to what looks like the 29-yard line of the Reed Raiders. Giving Parkland a first down and 10.
I'll tell you what, I get excited watching some of these young kids and some of the moves that they can make, those jab steps. They find different ways to see the field. They see a hole that we can't see, and they really, really scan the field. They don't just run the pattern. They are looking for openings, and Go-Go, man, he threw a 360 in there all the way down to the 29-yard line for Emil Go-Go, and here come the Parkland Raiders threatening again. And that is Malcolm Akufo, and he is going to break. Touchdown, Akufo again finds the end zone.
Akufo on the carry into the end zone for a 29-yard touchdown run.
So on the backs of Emil Go-Go's beautiful run earlier, and then Akufo cutting across the field and finding that daylight, it is another touchdown for Parkland, who now lead 39-0 with 7 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter. So because of the lead, we will have a running clock. Parkland is all but wrapped up this championship in a bow. All these kids will be bringing those championship rings back to Washington to show off to all you guys on the live stream. Up the middle, touchdown. No, is he gonna get in? He's not gonna punch in the extra
The
point.
extra point attempt by King is no good.
I like what Heather Solis just said. So proud of the Reed Raiders. Keep it classy, boys. That's how we roll. Not only are the Reed Raiders being classy and being game opponents, they're not giving up. They're fighting for every inch. They're playing as hard as they
Ladies and
can.
gentlemen, if you are one of the teams from the next games coming up, if you could bring our roster up to the score booth, it'd be greatly appreciated. If you have any names on that roster that may need a little bit of help with the pronunciation, please let us know, and we'll definitely try to get those pronunciations correctly for you. Once again, we get rosters.
And I want to say, guys, because I do a lot of these youth football games, and we do see a lot of close games, but we do see a lot of blowouts. The Reed Raiders are an amazing football team. There's a reason that they're in the championship game of the 2021 Cali Bowl. Unfortunately, the Parkland Raiders, it was just their day today, and that happens. The Raiders are an amazing team in Reed from up in Reno, and of course, there's obviously an amazing team on the other side of the football with the Parkland Raiders. So like I said, I like what Heather Solis said. You know, they never gave up. They just kept going. And as McFlurry just said, good games, you know, GG's, and it has been a good game. Unfortunately, the Parkland Raiders are just monsters, and they're going to fall on the ball now, the Reed Raiders, just inside the 35-yard line.
Owen Cooper King on the return for the Reed Raiders. That brings up first down and 10 for Reed. Once again at their own 34-yard line.
You'd like to see the Reed Raiders drive down the field and punch one into the end zone. Get some points on the board. Be a nice little small victory for them today. They're playing a tough team, and as I said, not giving up. You can see the visual size difference between Parkland and Reed, because Reed are some big kids, but Parkland, man, I think I might let these guys bounce at my club. If I had a club. Here comes the snap, shotgun, pitch. Looked like he found a little hole there for a second. Unfortunately, they're gonna blow this play up behind the line of scrimmage.
Jaden Carissa on the carry. That brings up second down.
See, Jordan plays. I would give you your shout out, but I'm not even going to attempt to say your last name. Let me see. Leo La Vega. Leo La Vega. I'm going to try that. That's probably not Viega. Leo La Viega. I don't know. I think I was pretty close. Let's find out. Let's see what Jordan says. Here comes Reed. Oh, nice pass. Brought down, almost picked off there, though, by number 4, it looks like.
Pass is ruled incomplete. That'll bring up third down for Reed.
King Pridgeon had his hand on the ball there for a second. All right, guys, let's not fight in the comments. It's about the kids. The kids are the ones out there playing their hearts out. Yeah, let's go King. Got his hand on that ball. Reed still firing down the field, trying to get some good passes in. So Reed now, third down and 12, shotgun. They get in the backfield quickly again. This is going to be a good pass and a good gain. He's going to turn the corner. Can he beat him? The Reed Raiders might find the end zone. 30, cuts back down to the 20, and that is a great run.
Pass was complete to Amir McGruder, who carries the ball all the way down into the 22-yard line. First down and 10, Reed Raiders.
McGruder catches the pass, and the yards after catch were deep and nice all the way down to the 20-yard line into the red zone. And I like what McFlurry just said. Let's go both teams. I agree. I love both these teams. Always do every year here at the Cali Bowl. Happy birthday, Jeff Brave, 21 years old. Drink one for me tonight, buddy.
Yeah.
Shotgun's a little high there. He's got an opening again. He gets in the inside all the way down to the 10.
That was Amir McGruder
Magruder again putting the offense on his back and driving them down the field.
That brings up 1st and 10, or 1st and goal for the Reed Raiders.
And Magruder has officially put the Reed Raiders on his back and drugged them down the field 60 yards. Now can he punch them into the end zone? I really would like to see the Reed Raiders put 6 on the board here and walk away from this game with their heads held high. There's still a lot of football left to play, and I don't know if that was going to be on the offense or the defense. It looks like they might have got drawn off. So that's going to go against Parkland, and now, just like that,
brings up 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
Just like that, after 2 big plays for Magruder, a penalty, they have a fresh set of downs on the 5-yard line. How quickly things can change here. Magruder, 2 big plays, a penalty, 1st down, and goal from the 5-yard line. Happy birthday, Austin K. And I'm assuming that's going to be Austin on the Reed Raiders. I don't have him on this roster right here. Shout out to him. Those 2 back-to-back nice plays, followed by the penalty with the offsides. And so now it's just 5 yards to the end zone for the Reed Raiders. All they got to do is put together one more big play here, and they've got 4 chances at it. I got to agree with Gloria Smith. The Parkland defense has been monstrous. I've been impressed with them the entire game, both the linebackers and the linemen. He's in big trouble. He's going to pass it across his body, intercepted in the end zone. Touchback.
The pass was intercepted in the end zone. That was Parker with the interception. That will result in a touchback.
I got to say, that was a great defensive play by the Parkland Raiders. Huge pickup right there on that interception, but I would have loved to have seen Reed at least punch one in right there after those 2 big plays. But you know what? Football is football. It is unforgiving, and the Parkland Raiders showed up here today to show out, and they have done a great job. And the Reed Raiders, again, just a really good football team that ran into just a little bit better football team. So it happens. The interception is tough to swallow when you just had a big drive upfield, and it looked like you might put some points on the board. But it's not over yet. We got a whole quarter coming. We still got 1 minute 37 seconds left in this quarter. So we'll see if Reed can put something on the board. They had some good plays right there. In motion, and it's going to go to him too. He sees the opening. I love the cuts. These kids are such heads-up runners with the football. Flag down around the 30-yard line. He goes down around the 35.
Demetrius on the carry, the left-hand side, put the ball all the way down to what looks like the 35-yard line. There's a penalty flag at the 30-yard line. Penalty is for a block in the back against the Parkland Raiders. That is a 10-yard penalty from the point of the foul.
So the foul was around the 30-yard line.
21-yard line.
Correction, the foul was around the 31-yard line. So the ball will go back to the 21, the spot of the foul. Parkland now looks like they're going to let the clock run down a little bit, get this quarter over with, move it into the 4th. Shotgun, he's looking deep. He's going to hang on to it. He's under pressure. Ooh, that ball was almost picked off. Are they going to call that a fumble or a forward pass? No, they're going to call it incomplete.
Incomplete.
Joanna Akufo, the Raiders defense is fire.
By the Raiders. That brings up 2nd down.
So the Reed Raiders had a chance to intercept that ball right back right there. It was in the hands of the D lineman. Don't forget, guys, more championship football coming your way here today after this game. There is still a quarter and 24 seconds left in this football game to decide the 12U champions. It looks like it's going to be the Parkland Raiders taking those rings home, but don't forget more games coming your way, A2K Sports. The Cali Bowl where everyone converges in November after that big Thanksgiving dinner for some big football on the run. Parkland Raiders, he's got it opening. This might be the longest run of the tournament. Down to the 30, it is Go-Go to the 10, 5, touchdown Emil Go-Go. That was Go-Go, right, number 8?
Go-Go on a long carry all the way down into the end zone for an extremely long touchdown run.
FINA 94, I agree, they are trying their best, 100%. And that was a heck of a run by Emil Go-Go, and I heard a lot about this kid yesterday, and to be honest with you, he didn't do a lot in the game yesterday. I saw flashes of brilliance, but I didn't get to really see what they were talking about. But right now I just did in what is probably the longest run we've had here at the Cali Bowl this year, especially to get into the house. So great run by Emil Go-Go. Parkland leads 45-0. They will look to put another extra point into the end zone. And they will. Can't see who that pass was to across the field. So it's going to go into the hands of Demetrius.
And that does bring us to the end of the third quarter, the fourth quarter coming up.
So Demetrius Williams, number 15, gets one inside for the extra point. And it is 46-0 with a quarter left to play here in the championship game. 12U from Yuba City High School, home of the Honkers. By the way, if my football team was called the Honkers, I would not play football for my football team. Just letting you guys know at home. Jim Cooley would not play for the Honkers. So it is the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter here. And the story of the game has been the defense and the offense of Parkland. And the Reed Raiders had a good showing here in this tournament, just unfortunate for them. It's been a tough outing here today. Proud of both these teams. The Reed Raiders have not stopped. And I kind of believe you there, Brother June. I think Go-Go can take it to the house anytime he wants. McFlurry, let's go Honkers. Yeah, I just couldn't do it, man. I couldn't put on a jersey that says Honkers on it. I feel like you would never live it down with the other teams in your town. Here we go, guys. Parkland kicking off. Nice kick. Ooh, and it's caught. Oh, and he stumbles. And he'll stay down around the 40-yard line.
That was Jaden Clariss on the return.
Heather Solis, I like that. Reed Raiders are still kings. I'll tell you, this place is so weird. It was 51 degrees when we got here. Now it's 86 degrees. So one minute we have the heaters on, then we turn the AC on here up here in the press booth. I'm an MMA and boxing announcer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I'm an MMA and a boxing ring announcer by trade. I do this football tournament once a year for my friend Brent Chris Gray. So you guys can find me at Voice of Champions on Instagram. I would love it if all you guys in the live stream would go follow me at Voice of Champions. See some of my stuff on bodybuilding now too. So I got a lot of stuff going on my Instagram. Ooh, and they're gonna jump. Anyway, and so I don't have to deal with this heat and this cold, man. I'm inside these arenas for these fights, and it's just air conditioned in there. And I get all the best of everything. Jordan says, shout out to Tristan and the Parkland Raiders. Of course, you guys can follow my buddy, the Highlands announcer, as well. So here comes Reed. They had a decent drive last time that ended, unfortunately, in an interception in the end zone. And he is under pressure again. There's just no time for a play to form, but he gets it off. And I think I saw a face mask there, but
Cruz is complete to Amir McGruder. Penalty flags flying.
KK, I like that. Hey, thank you, McFlurry. I appreciate you following me on Insta, buddy. I will follow you back.
Penalty is against Parkland for a face mask.
So the penalty would be from the spot of the foul, and that is going to move.
Personal foul, face mask call. That means the ball is being moved all the way down to the 26-yard line.
So the Reed Raiders are going to have a chance here again to punch one into the end zone and put some points on the board in a tough outing. See if they can do it here. Need that ball to land in the hand of the white jerseys, not the black jerseys. There's a pitch. Oh man, he is in big trouble back there. They're gonna blow this play up.
Rolled an incomplete pass. That's going to bring up second down.
So if you guys are just joining us and waiting for the next game, this is the end of the 12U championship game between the Raiders and the Raiders. It is the Raiders of Washington and the Raiders of Reno, Nevada. And right now, Washington is winning the war. There's a nice pass, stays in bounds, cuts back down to the 20. Good play for the Reed Raiders. And that's Magruder again, the guy who had the big drives in that last series. So Magruder definitely the MVP of the offense here for the Reed Raiders in a losing effort, but he has definitely come here and shown that he has the ability to make big plays when needed. Against a really good defense, by the way. He's not just getting these big plays, he's getting them against the Parkland Raider defense, which is arguably the best defense. Not even arguably, this is the best defense in the Cali Bowl this year. So for him to break these big plays like that against them really, really shows me something about Magruder. So 3rd and short. See if they can move the chains. Shotgun, he's calling for the ball, he didn't get it. He's in big trouble again, but he's gonna get the play off and they're gonna get a first down. And the Reed Raiders refusing to give up, trailing by 46.
Another Reed Raider first down.
So right now it's the Magruder show, trailing by 46 with under 7 minutes to play. Are they gonna give up? No, they're a football team. They came here to play, win or lose, and Magruder continues to move them down the field with the help of his quarterback. And they have moved the chains, 1st and 10, and they are deep in the red zone. The best of youth football out here, man. The other team gets hurt, they kneel. These guys are losing, but they continue to fight. I love the athleticism in these young kids and the sportsmanship. We could all learn a lot from these young kids. Not giving up when the chips are down. They know they can't win at this point, but they're not going to stop playing.
The Raiders, that is a 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Yeah, the Hawaiian Hammerheads are coming up next. Dakine and Mason Bailey. Dakine Hammerheads of Hawaii. 808, home of BJ Penn and my boy Kendall Grove from the UFC. They got some good gyms out there. Hawaii puts out some of the best MMA fighters, and clearly we're going to see if they can put out some good football players as well in our next game, as we're going to see the Hammerheads in that game. So the Reed Raiders unfortunately have a penalty go the wrong way. Timeout Reed.
By the Reed Raiders.
Heather Salas stirring the pot, man. You got to calm down. It's going to be okay. Everybody's having a good time. I'm just focused on the fact that the Reed Raiders aren't laying down. They're not giving up. They're just fighting for every inch, every yard they can get. 5 minutes, 25 seconds left to play. It is timeout Reed Raiders. The score is what it is, 46-0 here in the 4th quarter. I might have to have Heather Salas be my lawyer in all my arguments. All right, here we go, guys. Reed Raiders first in about 15 from the, looks like the 12-yard line. I stand corrected, the 17-yard line. Oh, and that pass goes errant, unfortunately.
Pass falls incomplete.
KK, my hero. Let's go, Reed. We lose some, we win some. Good job. You're still pushing to get some points. Let's go. I like that. Thanks, you guys, for tuning in, by the way, to the Cali Bowl, A2K Sports. And a thank you from Brent, Chris Gray, and the team here at A2K. And there's the long snap. And he's under duress. Going to get the pass off. He's going to throw it away. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Once again.
All right, I'm backing out of these comments. You guys are wilding out. But I do appreciate you being in the comments. They're your comments. You can do what you want in them. So the Reed Raiders 3rd and 15, threatening in the red zone. Need to make something happen on one of these next 2 plays. There's a good pass. Picked off. Parkland has the football. He's going to go down around the 15. Did not see who made the interception. I apologize. We'll get that quickly for you.
Pass was intercepted by Elias.
Matthew Smith, I am not even going to repeat that, but thank you for the comment, my friend. 85 people on the live stream. So interception results in Parkland having the football with 3 minutes, 16 seconds left to work, and I believe all their timeouts. They lead by 46. Let's see what they choose to do here. Starting at the 15, their own 15. Couple of receivers lined up. Some guys in the backfield in motion. Sees that hole. He finds it. They always do. Cuts around to the outside. Nice tackle down around. Ball's loose. Ooh, Parkland falls back on it. Nice run up the side there.
Ball did pop out, but it is recovered by Parkland. That was Tristan on the recovery. And that is a Parkland Raiders first down.
So Tristan Liula-Vega is able to pick up the errant ball as it is fumbled after that good run. That will be enough to move the chains. Fresh set of downs now at the 28-yard line of the Parkland Raiders. Man, he's breaking every possible tackle. I think he's thrown every member of the Reed Raiders onto the ground at this point. They finally get him down around the 35-yard line. Akufo.
Mau Akufo on the carry for the Parkland Raiders. Malcolm brings it to the 34-yard line, 2nd down and 4.
So Akufo gets just a little bit more than 5. And halfway there now for a fresh set of downs. 1 minute, 29 seconds. And I like that Parkland is not in a big hurry here to score. They're taking their time, long huddles, going up, running the ball. They're not trying to run the clock up. They've came here, they've made a statement, they've won the championship. 12U champions of the Cali Bowl, Parkland Raiders, and what a statement it was. Emil Go-Go, Amari Samuel, Tristan Liula-Vega, Elias, Demetrius, they all came out to play. Malcolm Akufo. And again, just going for a short pass. They're in no hurry to get down the field, just letting the plays unfold. Flag goes down now.
Penalty flag on the play. Benavides on the tackler. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Parkland Raiders.
So that's an unsportsmanlike conduct call on the Parkland Raiders. But in the sense of sportsmanship, I like that they're not going for any long bombs. They're not trying to break any big runs. They've won the football game. They're content to just keep control of the football and let it end how it remains right now, 46-0. The clock will wind down, 53 seconds left to play. And again, they just slowly walk up to the line in no hurry to score again. They've won the game. Mau carrying them like a bus, says Joanna Akufo. Big long throw now, just as I said they weren't going for the end zone, but he drops it.
Pass falls incomplete.
So running clock because of the score. And this should be the end of the football game. Parkland may get another run out.
At the end of this game, we do ask you please kindly pick up any and all trash that may be next to you and place it in the closest garbage receptacle. As the California Bowl, the Yuba City Honkers try to keep their community clean.
All right, guys, the clock winds down. They will walk off the field. Your 2021 Cali Bowl champions, 12U, is the Parkland Raiders. Jim Cooley, the voice of champions here, bringing you guys all the action. I thank you guys for joining us on the live stream. If you want to follow me, I'm at Voice of Champions on Instagram. It has been a great game. Shout out to the Reed Raiders. They came, they tried their best. Parkland Raiders, though, just a little too much for these guys, and they'll walk away with those championship rings. And we have more championship football coming your way, guys. I think we got 4 or 5 more games on tap if you want to tune back into the channel. Not sure if there's another Parkland Raiders team coming or another Reed Raiders team coming, but this has been a great game, guys. Thanks for joining us. Shouts out to the champion, 2021 Cali Bowl champion, 12U Parkland Raiders, and we'll see you for the next game.
Against the Reed Raiders.